Tracer and Triple M.
Hey everybody, welcome to another award-winning edition of Chiefs Kitchen. That's right, today's going to be a special show. Today we're making deer chili. Now, a friend of mine, since it's wintertime, everybody's covered up in snow, except for us. We're here today, it's supposed to be 85 degrees, so I imagine I'll be turning on the air conditioner. And anyway, to start off every show, like always, to my friends. Okay, today we're going to be using deer meat. I've got ground up deer meat and chili chunk deer meat, pre-seasoned in chili powder, little magic meat spice, and I'm going to be whipping it all out here, showing you how to get it together. Stick around, it's going to be real good. Let it go. Alright folks, what we're going to start off with is the basic spices, your Camino, black powder, black pepper, chili powder, magic meat spice, a little garlic powder, a little onion powder. I am adding fresh garlic, a clove, and about a half of a big sweet yellow onion, or white onion, or onion of your choice. A pound of pork sausage. Your favorite breakfast sausage. I try not to use the sage flavor because it doesn't really add to it, but a pound of the pork sausage. A pound and a half of the ground deer meat, a pound and a half of the chili chunk deer meat. Of course, a little ketchup will be added, some tomato sauce will be added, some tomato paste, but I'll start with these and go through the steps, and then we'll get to the tomato sauce, blah, blah, blah stuff later. Okay, all right, everybody, got the pan on. It's a little bit of a large one. I don't have a medium size, but you're going to have a big one for all this ingredients. But what I like to do is start with the pork meat, because it has the fat in it. Get the fat spread around. So that way the deer meat has a little more flavoring, a little more seasoning flavor to it. But I'm going to get the pork meat in first. Then add the onions, saute them out. Add the garlic, saute it out. Add some spices to the pork sausage. Then I'll add the deer meat. Yeah, okay, my pan's getting hot. Let's get the pork in there. Oh, there's that yummy sound we like to hear. That yummy sizzling. I love hearing sizzling love when I'm cooking. I'm going to get this started. Get it started cooking on down. Get some of that yummy pork fat mixed around. Going to add a little chili powder to it, just a little. I'll give you all the measured ingredients. You'll see them on the screen. And, of course, a little Camino or cumin, just a sprinkle. A little magic meat spice. A little black pepper. Just start the seasoning process. Every step I'll continue adding the spices. And folks, I hate when you see those shows where everybody takes a pile of ingredients and just, here's the spice, and you dump it in a pile and think you're going to mix it around. Sprinkle it around. Mix that love with all of it so it just creates a big loving pot of yummy stuff. I personally always throw it in a pile. But you have to figure up here right now there's going to be about 4 pounds of meat. And when it's all said and done, now this is your preference, you don't have to do it. I add about a pound of beans per 3 pounds of meat. So altogether there's going to be about 5 pounds of protein in this, and it's yummy. And if you've made chili or homemade spaghetti sauce, it takes all day, and usually tomorrow it's going to be even better when all the ingredients have more time to absorb all the yummy flavors. But keep cooking it down. I'm going to cook it down, keep it going. I'll show you step by step. Alright, as you can see, got the pork sausage browned out. I've added the deer meat. I'm fixing to add some spices to it. About another whole teaspoon of the chili powder. I did pre-season the deer meat and let it sit overnight in chili powder, Camino, black pepper, garlic powder, and okay, there's the chili powder, Camino, about a tablespoon. Remember, this is going to be a big pot of chili. You can smaller the portions down. I mean, you'll figure it out. A pound of meat, a sprinkle of chili powder. It's basically, I'll tell you one secret I use. If you buy the Gebhardt brand of chili powder, I don't know if the new ones do. I haven't looked lately yesterday, but they have a chili recipe on the back of the chili container, and it's actually pretty good. It's not hot and spicy. You can always add heat. You can add habanero peppers. You can add jalapeno peppers. You can add all types of peppers to make it hot and spicy. Folks, I don't eat food that way. I eat food that you can taste. You can taste if it's yummy meat, and you can taste the other vegetables and other ingredients in it, not just a bunch of, like the old Cajun food, a lot of cayenne pepper, and you can't tell what's underneath of it. But anyway, get this stirred up, get some more ingredients in it. All right, folks, I put a lid on that real quick, let that simmer down. I'm going to begin to start adding the tomato sauce, 2 big cans of tomato sauce, 2 small cans of stewed tomatoes, about half a cup of ketchup, and really you're only adding the ketchup for the vinegar, and it gives just a little extra flavor. But and just a few more spices, a little bit of spices. A lot of your spice flavor is already in the meat, and it's going to come off the bottom of the pan as you add the cooler ingredients. And while you're waiting, you can always visit your uncles. All right, I'm going to add these ingredients here in just a minute. You'll see it. All right, folks. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's sizzling away here. It's time to add the other ingredients, and I'm going to use my pot holder, my little holiday pot holder that someone very near and dear to me gave to me. And let's get this lid off, get this stirred around just a little bit, and get our other ingredients in there. All right. A 1 pound, 13-ounce can of tomato sauce. A second 1 pound, 13-ounce can of tomato sauce. Can you hear all that yummy sizzling love? It's just love happening right before your very eyes. I'm going to go ahead and add my ketchup now. And again, it's just going to be a half a cup for the vinegar flavor, because it really doesn't overpower the flavors of anything. It just adds to it. Just a nice little combination of love happening. Then I'm going to add my stewed tomatoes. And they stew down even more, you don't notice it. And I don't know if you noticed, you couldn't barely see the onions. They were chopped so small. When I first start the first batch of onions, they're so small, they disintegrate, they just add the flavor, nobody notices. Now my second can of stewed tomatoes, and they are 14.5-ounce cans, so 29 ounces. If I can do math. But, all right. Now, a little bit of Chiefs Magic Meat Spice, which again is just, you can make it yourself. Folks, I'll tell you the portions. It's basically, I add about a cup, say a cup of garlic powder, then a half a cup of the black pepper. Then I'll add a 1/4 of a cup of onion powder and a 1/4 of a cup of salt. That's basically it. Shake it up in a shaker, mix it all together. You can add more or less, whatever you like. That's just basic. You can use it on everything. That way, whether it's meat or cooking other things, put a sprinkle in there. It just gives a little flavor. But let me get this stirred around. Oh my goodness, if you could only smell it. All right. And folks, I will be adding a little bit of water. I will probably add about 4 cups of water, because let it all stew down, it just gets thicker and yummier and better. And I'm going to add a petite tomas of chili powder and cumin and black pepper, and let it simmer down. You're going to see it's going to be yummy. But we're not done. We still got to add beans. Optional. All right, everybody. It's been sitting for probably about an hour already, continuing to stew down. It's going to continue cooking for about 4 hours. But it's time to add the beans. That's right. I use fresh pinto beans, rinse them real good. Like my meat, I like to let it marinate overnight if I can. And these have been in a bowl of water with baking soda. put a couple, say, 3 tablespoons of baking soda, a bowl this big, 2 pounds of beans, soak them overnight, they swell up. Rinse them real good, then add them in. The baking soda removes the gas from it. A little trick I learned from my mother many, many years ago. You can add chunks of potatoes and don't have to eat the potatoes, or you can add a little baking soda, let it soak, and rinse them out. But it's time to get them in the pan. Let me use my special little pot over here. Get the lid off. Oh, if you could only smell that, folks. If you really could smell that, you would fall in love instantly. And I don't use saltine crackers. I usually eat them with tortillas, like everything else. But it's been just a simmer. It's steady, just simmering along. So it's time to get these beans in. All right. Get it stirred up. Because now I'm going to let this all cook together for about 4 more, 5 more, 6 more hours until all the beans are yummy and tender and all the flavors have mixed all lovingly together. So let's get it mixed up. And I did add my 4.5 cups of water, and then I'm adding my beans. So there's been 4.5 cups of water added, and the beans. And now put the lid back on. Let all those beans absorb all that yummy chili flavor also, and it makes, oh, you're going to see. You're going to see. I'm telling you, it's lovely. Oh, wait. You got a long time to wait. Uncle Jose visits often, and he'll stick around for a while. All right, everybody, it's simmering away. It's just continuing to simmer away. All right, just gave it another quick stir. And, of course, like I said, it's going to cook for 5 to 6 hours. And I just wanted to thank y'all for watching another award-winning edition of Chief's Kitchen. There's going to be lots of yummy cooking coming up. Briskets on the grill. For my wormy friend out there, how about some bacon-wrapped chicken stuffed with ham and cheese and topped with yummy goodness and love. And here's to you. We get to have some more Jose. We got an hour to go. Started cooking 12:30. It's almost 7 o'clock. You can see it come out great. I was going to show you dipping it out, but there's not a need to when I have these nice little pretty bowls to make it look like professional award-winning shows. But I did sprinkle my fresh onions on top, just a sprinkle, and some cheddar cheese and some Hoppenberg Jack cheese, or, well, any mozzarella cheese, Monterey Jack cheese. I like it all. I also took a little bit of chips and put a little chili on them and a little onions and a little cheese and instant Cinco nachos. And folks, I also snuck in part of a bell pepper. Like I was saying, how I chop my onions real fine where they almost disintegrate. I did that with the bell pepper also. And you might see a little piece of it in there, but not really. You don't really notice it in there other than the flavor. And it just gives it a unique flavor. And you do have to finish cooking it down with the lid off to let some of that moisture evaporate. Let those flavors keep condensing down. But I'm going to enjoy these little nachos here, my little bowl of chili, and of course my little tortilla warmer with my little hot tortillas in it. And to end every show, thank you for joining. Be looking for, the woods are sure calling my name. This giant little monster buck out there just keeps calling me names and stuff, so I'm going to have to go out there and deal with him, I think. But here's to y'all. Thanks for watching. Lots more coming. Love your guts. Make the recipe. Enjoy it, really.
Just like your mama make her fuss.